Starting at the back for me, what I'd like you to do is inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, lower them down. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, lower. Do this one more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And just give those arms a little bit of a wiggle. Make sure you've got a little bit of space behind you and to the sides. And we're going to take our arms out as if you're holding a big beach ball. We're going to inhale, twist to the right. Lift those arms as we exhale. Inhale, drop them back and twist to the other side. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down and twist. Twisting and back up. Inhale and back round. Last one. Coming back to that center, letting those arms drop down. Just give a little bit of a wiggle for me. Slowly start to roll down, one bone at a time. Let's see what length we've got. I'm a little bit tight in the back of the legs today. And then walk your hands out, coming onto hands and knees for me. We'll do some of our cat stretch. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Exhale, we round, pushing that back up. Inhale, belly down, head and bottom lifts. Exhale, we round. Inhale, belly down, head and bottom lifts. Come back into that flat back for me. Just push into your rest position for a second, stretching those arms out. Head hanging heavy. And then coming back up onto all fours, we shall do a bit of our bird dog now. We'll take right leg back, left arm forward. We're going to inhale, lift. Exhale, hug the knee and the arm in. Inhale, back out. Exhale, hug in. Going with your breath pattern today, so if you need to go a bit slower, feel free. Holding out, little pulses up. Just seeing if you can get that nice little lift through the back, through the bottom. Holding there, trying to gain a little bit of balance. And replacing down, we'll go to the other side. Left leg, right arm. Inhale up, exhale in. Again, going with your breath pattern. Taking some time. Let's hold out, little pulses up. Just getting into that back a little bit. Replacing down, just coming back onto all fours for a second, and we're going to do some of our plank one. So if you're not comfortable with planks, we'll come into our modifier, which is hands and knees, and you're just going to hold here. If you can, turn the toes underneath at the back, and lift those knees up by a couple of inches. And we're going to hold. Taking some nice deep breaths in and out. And release down, pushing back, rest position for a second, giving those hands a little bit of a break. And And coming back up again, curling the toes underneath, lifting those knees. And let's just see if we can lift and lower one foot. If you can't, don't worry. If you're in your modified plank, just try and lift a knee. If that's working, let's try and lift and lower a little bit higher. And releasing down, rest position. Big breath in and out. Beautiful. Today we're going to come and do some of our press-ups and not our swing. So we're going to have our hands under shoulders, modified plank, shoulders in shoulder sockets. The elbows are coming in towards the body. So we're coming down for 3 and up for 1. So 1, 2, 3 and lift. 2, 2, 3 and lift. So we're coming down for 3, up for 1. Pushing through those hands. Remembering to breathe. Do 1 more. And push up and over. A little bit of a break. And then we're going to come into the boy press up, as I like to call it. So we're going to have hands the width of the mat. Elbows are going to be coming out to the sides. And again, it's down for 3, up for 1. 1, 2, 3, push up. 2, 2, 3, and up. Now remember, you're looking forward, you're producing your chest to the floor. You're not looking down at your knees. Looking down is not going to help. Do 2 more. Last one. And again, up and over, rest position. Beautiful. From there, coming onto your bottom, taking those legs in front, we'll just do a few spine stretch. Slight gap in between the legs, nothing too major. Back nice and tall. Exhale, we come forward. Inhale, we restack. Remember, if you need that bend, feel free. Exhale, forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward. Inhale, lift. We'll do 1 more. Coming forward. And lifting back up, coming to lie down on your mat. Feet on the floor, knees bent. Maybe just rocking that back side to side. Just to get a little bit of space down that side body. We're going to come into our pelvic tilts. So take a big breath in. Exhale, we push the back down to your 6 o'clock, your belly button. Inhale, we tilt up to 12, which is the groin. Exhale down, inhale up. Creating some nice space behind the back at that 12 o'clock. And then we'll come halfway in between the two, so you've got a nice little gap under that back still. From there, we're going to come straight into some of our series of 5. So we're going to hook the left leg in. Right leg can be to the ceiling or 45. Head and shoulders can lift if you want. And we'll do a double pull. So we'll inhale, pull back on the left leg twice. Exhale, right. So inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Remember, we're just using the fingertips. Last one. Hug both knees in. If you need to rest the head down, feel free. Inhale, take the legs out. Exhale, hug in. If you want, arms go back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Last one. Hold the knees in, replace the head down, maybe rock the head side to side. Beautiful. From there, legs in tabletop. Put the toes together, knees apart. Think frog. Interlink the fingers behind the back of the head. We're going to exhale, crunch up, bring the knees a little bit closer to the elbows. Inhale back down. Exhale, crunch up into our frog. Inhale back down. If this is working for you, you exhale up. Inhale, toe tap down, but notice my back is still on that mat. You may not want to go all the way down. That's fine. Or if you can, feel free. Just coming back down with the head, putting both legs into our tabletop position so our feet are in line with our ankles. Come all the way back up. Inhale, twist to your right, left leg extends. Exhale, middle. Twist left, right leg extends. Exhale, middle. Doing our crisscross. Just one more each side. And releasing down, taking some nice deep breaths, just relaxing those tummy muscles. Coming back into our neutral spine, so we've got that slight gap. We'll do some of our bridges. Take a big breath in. Exhale, push the back down, lift the bottom, middle back, upper back. You're in this lovely diagonal line. Take a big breath in. And exhale, roll down, top, middle and bottom. We'll get some variations going in a minute. Exhale, we push down to lift. Inhale at the top and exhale, come down. We'll do one more of these. All the way up. And then all the way down. Beginners, stay there. Intermediate, advanced, arms are going to lift up. Carry on rolling up that spine and rolling back down. Make sure you're using your hamstrings to help. We'll do one more of these, but we're going to hold at the top. Beautiful. If you want, replace the hands, or you can keep them lifted. Lift your right leg up. Inhale down, flex the foot, exhale up. If this is too much for you, feel free just to tap into tabletop or just lift and lower that right heel. If you've got the leg straight, hold it at the top, foot flex, pulse up. If you're in tabletop, same thing, or with the heel lifted, we're just using that left bum cheek to really help with this little pulse up, up, up. Replace the foot, other side, so we're either heel, tabletop or lengthened. Your choice. Flexing the foot and holding and pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, replace the foot, roll down that spine, hug the knees in, rocking that back side to side. Beautiful. Coming and turning onto your right hand side now. We're going to use our arm as a pillow today. Instead of it being here, we're coming onto the forearm. So we're going to have that bottom leg slightly bent into the front, top leg nice and long, and we're going to lift and lower that leg. Remember, we're lifted in the waistline, we're lifted out of that shoulder. Hold at the top of the circle. And we'll circle the opposite way. Hold there. Flex the foot. Exhale forward. Point. Inhale back. So we're going forward and back with that leg. Nice and smooth. Holding that leg at the front, lift and lower. Make sure you're using that bottom muscle and we're not tilting back. Tap down with that foot. Lift up and over, tap the middle of the mat. Up and over, back to middle. So we're going back and forth, nice and slow. Should start to feel that work. Now just tap either side of that foot, but we're going to make it a little bit quicker. Keep that going for me. Put top leg on bottom leg, bring the knees and the feet to the front of the mat. You may need to rearrange that arm a little bit. You're at this nice 90 degree. We're going to open and close that top leg, foot and knee coming together. We won't do many, I promise. Hold the leg at the top, just bring the feet down. Lift the feet, then bring the knee. So we're going into our deep rotation muscles here. We'll just do one more slow, and then we're going to quicken this up. It won't be as big, but I guarantee you'll feel it. And relax, give that bottom a tap. Lengthen the legs to the front corner of the mat. Bend that top leg so the foot is behind the bottom leg. Flex that bottom foot. And we're going to lift and lower. Now you will have unstacked those hips ever so slightly. It's not a problem on this one, because we are looking to use that inner thigh. But we're still lifted out of the shoulder. Hold at the top, go forward and back. And release. We shall switch sides. Forearm, bottom leg slightly bent at the front corner of the mat. We're lifting and lowering that top leg. We're holding at the top and we're going to circle. And circle the opposite way. We flex that foot, exhale forward, point, inhale back. Going through that lovely motion of that hip. Hold at the front, lift and lower. Make sure we're using that bottom to help us lift. You're going to feel this in the leg, the thigh. Tap down, up and over, tap middle of the mat, up and over, tap forward. Our lovely little rainbow tap. Now just tap either side of that bottom foot a little bit quicker. Top leg on bottom leg, feet and knees to the front of the mat. Rearrange that arm if you need to. Lift and lower that top leg. Hold, feet together. Lift, knees come down. Feet, knee, feet, knee. Just one more slow, and then we'll quicken that up. Feet and legs together, lengthen to the front of that mat. Bottom leg comes behind, we flex bottom leg. Top leg comes behind bottom leg. Flex the bottom foot, lift and lower. We've unstacked those hips ever so slightly just to get this lift, and that's fine. Because we're aiming for that inner thigh. Hold at the top, Forward and back motion. And release for me, beautiful. Just come onto the hands and knees, push down, rest position. Just take some nice deep breaths, relaxing that bottom a little bit. Coming back onto the hands and knees, we're just going to do a quick bit of rotation for that back, and then we're going to be onto our stretch. Into our 4-point tabletop, knees under hips, hands under shoulders, right hand behind the right ear. Inhale, we twist the upper body to the right. Exhale, the elbow comes down to the left arm. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rotate. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rotate. Bringing that hand down the left side. So again, inhale left. Exhale round to right. 3 more here. 2 more. Last one. And then hands and knees again. We're going to do our shoulder girdle. So this is very similar to our cat-cow, but it's not. So what I want you to do is imagine you're pulling the belly button up. Push your hands into the floor and imagine you're trying to push the top of your back up to the ceiling, so you're opening the shoulder blades. And then just drop the chest towards the floor, and then try and imagine you're squeezing the shoulder blades together. So we push away, the chest lifts up, and then we close, the chest drops down. So this is a hard one. We've done it in the studio before. It can take a little bit of getting used to, just opening and closing those shoulder blades. And this is hard for the body to do because we're actually asking your serratus anterior, this lovely little fan muscle here, to go against what it's supposed to be doing. One of its main jobs is to hold the shoulder blade in place in that shoulder, and we're actually asking it to stretch and stabilise at the same time. And release, coming back into rest position, lengthening those arms. We're in our stretch portion. Well done. So we're going to take that left leg forward, the right leg pushes back. We're in our lunge position. Feeling a lovely stretch down that back right hip. Big breath in and out. Take the bottom back, lengthening that front leg. Remember that hip at the back is staying over the knee. We haven't collapsed into that right side. We're coming down nice and straight. If you can, take your right hand, grabbing the left foot and giving that foot a bit of a pull back. Releasing from there, we're bending the left knee, taking the left foot over in front of the right knee, walking hands forward, and that knee comes in a diagonal. We're in our pigeon. If anybody struggles with this one, we have got the figure 4 option, which is where you lie on your back, both knees bent, feet on the floor, and you put your left ankle on your right knee, and then you just lift your right leg into tabletop. But if anybody struggles and you don't know what I'm on about, message me at the end and I can send you a quick video on private message. Bring your left hand in front of you, take your right arm behind, grabbing that right foot, trying to give it a little bit of a pull in, keeping pelvis facing forward. And release, we'll come and do the other side. Right leg forward, left leg behind, we're in that lovely lunge position. Knee over ankle. Pushing bottom back, we make sure the hip is over the knee, and then we lengthen that front leg. Oofty, I'm tightening this hamstring today. If you want to, take the left hand, grabbing the right foot, giving it a little bit of a pull back. Just to really get into that hamstring a bit more, into that calf muscle. Bending the right leg, taking the foot over so it's in front of the left knee, walking the knee forward, and we're back in that pigeon position. Taking some nice deep breaths. Keeping the right hand in front, we take the left hand behind, taking hold of that foot, giving it a wee bit of a pull in. To get a nice stretch. And release, just fall onto that right bum cheek and then just bring both legs around. I'm going to come and face you so we can do this next one. So we're going to have the right leg bent in, left leg out straight. Now if this is all you've got today, that is perfectly fine. It could be directly in front, I don't mind. If you have the flexibility, take it out to the side. Left hand goes down that quad, down that shin. Grab wherever you feel comfortable, stack the shoulders so we're not hunched, we're open. If you can, you grab the foot, taking that right arm over. You're going to get a gorgeous stretch down that right side of your back into your QL. Down all those muscles of the spine, really getting a lovely stretch. Coming back up, switching sides. Going down the leg wherever you feel comfortable, grabbing whatever you want. It could be quad, it could be shin. Stacking the shoulders, going all the way over. Coming back up for me, we're going to put the feet together, knees apart. If you've got poor hip rotation, feel free to have the feet on the floor and just hold yourself like this. If you can, feet together, knees apart, not too close. I'm not asking for an inner thigh stretch just yet. Put your right hand on the floor, left hand on the right knee, just pushing up and down. So if you're in this position, you'd just be rocking back and forth. Opening those hips a little bit. Put the left hand on the leg, twisting round to the right, a little bit of a lumbar stretch. And back to middle, other side, left hand down, right hand on the knee, opening and closing. Taking hold of that knee, rotating round to the left. Coming back to centre, if you want and you have that flexibility, feel free to bring the feet a little bit closer, taking hold of the feet and leaning forward just a little bit. If you don't have this flexibility yet, that's not a problem, just ignore the fact I'm doing it. And release. Back onto hands and knees. We're going to do our elephant. We like to finish on an elephant stretch, if we can. So we've got hands under shoulders. We're going to take one leg back into a plank, then the other, lifting up and over. Remember, knees can be bent. We want that lovely straight back. And then maybe pedaling those feet, getting a little bit of length. If you can try and push the feet down, feel free. Holding there for a second. If you're comfortable just holding there, stay there. If you want, lift your left leg up. Just trying to get a little bit of a stretch. Release down. Let's try the right leg, lifting up. Bringing down, and then mindfully walk those hands back in towards the feet, tucking tailbone, rolling up so you're stood back up. From there, back into our parallel position. Inhale the arms up, lean over to the right, drop that right arm down and circle. Maybe circling the opposite way. Up and over to the left again, circling. Circling the opposite way. Bringing both arms down. Let's finish with our roll down, chin down, pelvis under. Roll it down. Have we gained some length? My hamstrings definitely feel a little bit happier with me. And then again, rolling all the way back up. Rolling shoulders at the top. And last thing we'll do is our neck stretches, because I know I had a lot of people contact me recently saying my back is hurting from, rounding over a desk. So what we're going to do is looking forward. We're going to look, imagine you're in a box, look to the right hand crease of your box, or the left hand crease for you, because I'm doing opposite, left hand crease. Take the hand behind the head and then bring the chin down as if you're trying to look at your foot, and you should get a lovely stretch down the back of the neck. Release. Still looking at that left hand crease, put your ear towards your shoulder. Imagine you're pushing the side of the chin up and you're going to get a lovely stretch down the front of the neck. Release back forward, looking to the right crease of that box, right hand over, bringing the chin down. Releasing, still looking at that crease, ear to shoulder, chin coming up. And releasing forward, just rocking that head yes and no, and you are done. Thank you very much.